The following podcast contains strong language and ridiculous cartoon scenarios conjured up by two self-proclaimed comedy wizards. Between you and me, they're more like Saturday morning court jesters fueled by sugary cereal. But either way, the opinions expressed and presented are mere musings, so please humor their well-intentioned hijinks with a laugh and not by taking anything they say seriously. Unless, of course, you want to pay them to say something else. Could always use a new pair of shoes.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to ReviewParty.com. I'm Brent.
I'm Matt.
This is an episode of ReviewParty.com, so I'm excited. It's a comedy podcast. It's on the internet.
It is.
It is. It could be. We talk about reviews.
We're coming to you right from your fish tank, I bet.
Right from the fish tank. You dropped Alexa in the fish tank, but don't worry. She said, I can still play Review Party from in here. My circuits may be failing me, but Review Party lasts forever. The fish won't remember, though. Is that fish's things? They don't have memories?
Goldfish? Yeah, I think so.
Goldfish don't have memories. But elephants have good memories.
They definitely do.
We should get some elephants to listen to our podcast.
They tell everyone for like the next 80 years.
Yeah, they don't have a choice. They're just doomed to remember us.
They're compelled.
They would like it, though. I think elephants...
Mm-hmm.
It's some zoologist, biologist. I don't know what exactly. Some ologists believe that elephants look at humans and think they're cute in the same way humans look at puppies and kitties and think they're cute.
That makes me feel great.
Yeah, doesn't it? I want to be looked upon like that always.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm feeling kind of cute and frisky today, I must say. Let me kick at my ears as though to scratch them, but and then walk in a circle and go honk shoe for my snores. Anyway,
I have something to say.
Yeah. What is it?
I have an apology to make to Rapo's leggings.
Really?
Yeah. Last week's episode, if you haven't listened to it, what are you even doing here? How'd you find us this funny. Week and not last week? That's so bizarre to me. But I'm not criticizing you. Yes, I'm criticizing myself because in the second half of the Me, You, and Meme reviews featuring the Rapo's leggings, my review that I read criticized the leggings for not having pockets. A pocket. Uh-oh. Turns out, when I went to put them back on to get some wonderful pictures that you can see on our Instagram at reviewparty.com, I found the pocket.
Was it a front pocket?
It was a front pocket. Come on. I'm expecting it to be on the leg, on the side,
It's
somewhere.
A kangaroo pouch.
It was a front pocket, like front right, like oblique. Just within the waistband itself.
Yeah, sort of like a utility pocket.
Yeah, you could fit nothing more than a credit card in there, so it doesn't have much utility. Mm-hmm. But we should all know I amended my review before I posted it. I just don't want to do Rapo's dirty. Unless I'm talking about the dirtiness of my butt in them.
You could probably fit a lighter in that pocket in case your ass needs to look nice while you go out for a smoke.
Yeah, man.
Sorry, Rapos, but not really. I have a review here. Since we're talking about articles of clothing.
Oh, yeah?
I got one with a pocket here. This is an Amazon review for the 2Chat wearable blanket hoodie. Oversized Sherpa blanket sweatshirt with hood, pocket, and sleeves. Super soft, warm, plush hooded blanket for adult women, men. One size fits all gray. It's like a Snuggie with a back.
Okay.
Seeing this, I was like, damn. Snuggie made a blanket with sleeves. How come they didn't just make a big comfy hoodie?
Yeah, like a cloak, a poncho, something. It's not just sew the back.
That's true. You can do it yourself. This one, I don't know if this one is so laugh out loud funny, but there's something unhinged about it that just made me want to bring it in. I think it'll be good to warm up. This one is by Soraya. They title it Warm. They write, seeing my granddaughter's face expression was priceless. She put it on as soon as she opened her Christmas gift. Of course, everyone else had to try it on too. Very roomy, comfortable, warm fabric is very soft. 5 stars.
There is, I don't know why it is that grandparents have that sort of self-congratulatory nature when it comes to not only gift giving but reviews. They want everyone to know they did a good job. They're a great grandparent. Everyone had to try this sucker on. You wouldn't believe it. It's like my chocolate chip cookies. Everyone loves them.
This was the talk of the family Christmas party. At the end of I couldn't get them to shut the fuck up about this blanket I bought.
Grandma is still relevant. I have something to say.
I am a person who I put a lot of value in gift giving. You know, I'm very thoughtful about any time I have to give a gift.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there is. I don't go and write a review about how good my gift was after I give it. That is sort of self-congratulatory. I think you nailed it.
You say they love it, say they're using it. That's good. That's fine.
But this is sort of above and beyond with the self-congratulatoriness.
Tone it down there.
And what really was goofy to me is if I got an article of clothing for Christmas, there aren't too many articles of clothing I would want everyone to be trying on, especially in this post big bad sickness world.
Right. And how much would you try on immediately? If it's something like this, I can see it.
A hoodie is primed for the immediate try on, right?
Mm-hmm.
You go to Kohl's, you don't need to go into the dressing room to try on the old hoodie. You just pop that sucker on, take the hanger out, and go for it right on the floor.
You do a quick 1-2 look. And you just...
Yep, and it feels good, looks good. All right. Actually, the hoodie I'm wearing right now is from Kohl's, and I did do that. I did just try it on. So I remember my grandma was there. Speak of the devil, and I was like, you think this color is too much or you think it's nice? She's like, no, I like it. And I was like, yeah, me too. I bought it. Maybe I'm just kind of a germaphobe, but if even a blanket, if someone was like, can I feel that? Ooh, and just sort of put it on the lap a little bit, I wouldn't bat an eyelash. But if there was a line at the Christmas party to get familiar with my blanket hoodie.
Hey, everybody, come on and shove your head through this thing real quick. Okay, who's next? Shove your head through. Okay.
And like, you know, I can just feel the vibes from this grandma. This grandma's family has some drunks in it. Some people that are partaking at the family Christmas.
Rudolph isn't the only one with the red nose at Christmas.
And you know about drunks. They get sweaty. And that's really what would bug me about it. And Sherpa is a horrible sweat absorber. And by horrible, I mean it's great. Next time you pop on that hoodie, it's slick, bro.
You got Uncle Barry's just like mustache sweat.
Yeah, I would hate that.
Gross.
Do you have a review?
I do. This is this is slightly unhinged as well. This is a Google review for Ebby Graphics. It is listed as a sign shop. And Google user Semper Fi has something to say about it. Semper Fi, if you do not know, is the slogan of the Marine Corps.
That's true. Always faithful. For Semper Fidelis.
Correct. Look at us. We're brainiacs.
Yeah, my dad was in the Marine Corps. I cheated.
Hey, me too. Semper Fi writes, just an amazing experience. Melissa and another gentleman helped me with the graphics, and the attention to detail is absolutely amazing. It's people like you is why I was glad to fight for your freedoms. I will definitely be back. Thank you again for pimping my ride. 5 stars.
That's, I'm sure soldiers across time have been sitting in the trenches being shelled, just having, an absolute terrible time, to say the least, in the name of our personal freedoms. And I bet what brings them motivation to keep soldiering on, pun intended, they get a glimpse of someone making some wonderful American making cool graphics for a cool car. Like, that is something I need to protect.
Yeah, I can picture it as well. As you said, sitting in the trenches on the Western Front, you hear the distant explosions, and Leroy reaches up in his helmet and pulls out an old faded photograph. And you say, "Let me see her, Leroy." And he turns, and it's just Sweet Pimped Ride.
It's a Sweet Pimp Ride.
That's who I'm fighting for.
It's a sweet sign for a local restaurant that the graphic designers really went above and beyond for.
These people, wow. They printed a sign on a day. What? They printed my graphic. They printed my graphic. They gave consultation on the graphic.
I just picture the printer store, those big laminate printers, and they're slowly printing out an American flag. It says, "For our troops."
This is for all our boys and women. That's what it is, boys and women fighting out there.
Boys, for all our boys, dudes, and women. Yeah, graphic design is really, really at the core of what makes this country great. We wouldn't have, would McDonald's be the same without the golden arches?
No.
No, we'd be way less obese without those. And then what would America be? Skinny? Nah, too good for that.
I want my communities just poorly planned. I want urban food deserts, but highly recognizable 7-Elevens, just smack dab in the middle.
Right. Without American graphic design, how would we have that new Subway S where the arrows are like 69ing each other?
Ooh, it makes you want to do something. Not just order a sandwich, but mostly order a sandwich.
Mostly order a sandwich. That's what America's all about, right?
It's about awakening your hunger.
You can go to Walmart and, oh boy, there's a Subway attached. Oh. Americana my way, bro. Without graphic designers, we wouldn't have Santa Claus drinking a Coca Cola, dude. What's more American than that?
Not much.
A guy from Norway with magic powers drinking Aura soda. That's as American as it gets. What about the polar bears, dude? No one would care that the polar bears were dying right now if they didn't drink Coca-Cola on the TV.
That's you recycle your can of Coke because otherwise the polar bears die.
Or else they can't refill them and then send them to the polar bears to drink. It's their only nutrients anymore. I do like those commercials. They're very cute.
They're just so comforting.
They're quite nice. I have a review here, bud. It is from Amazon for the Bright Start Bone Broth Variety Pack. 4-count, keto-friendly concentrate with 16 grams of collagen, 20 grams paleo protein made from organic free-range chicken bones and grass-fed beef. Single-serve packets.
Okay, so this is a variety pack of 4. So is it just 4 different flavors?
4 different flavors of bone broth for warming and drinking and or soup base or whatever the hell.
All right.
It's very funny. I'm just realizing they come in K-cups, basically.
Okay.
A little K-cup of bone jelly. And this review is from Gina P. She titles it, "I Wanted to Love It."
Oh, no.
I was hoping all the reviews I read were going to be incorrect. Unfortunately, I was wrong. It does smell just like dog food or wet dog. Fortunately, it doesn't quite taste quite as bad, but you do have to smell it while drinking. But it really is not very good. I think I will just make my own. There is no reason bone broth has to taste bad. 3 stars.
Has she tasted a wet dog before? Gina, don't. That's illegal.
They got the wet dog taste extractors right next to the chicken deboners.
Okay. I will lightly toss the volleyball of benefit of the doubt over to Gina and then assume that she's talking about it smells like dog food and wet dog and only tastes like dog food.
Yeah.
But her sentence, the syntax leads me to believe it tastes like both. That's on Gina, not on me.
I mean, she could be saying it tastes like how wet dog smells. We can only hope.
Okay.
We can pray to the heavens.
All I have to say to Gina is, you think your suffering is special? You think your disappointment is unique? You've never tried something called a chili dog G Fuel. Because it's awful.
Yeah, that has to taste way more like wet dog smells than this stuff.
Indescribable how bad it is.
Is it still next to you?
It is. I shook it just a moment ago. I don't know if it picked up, but
we'll see. We'll see in the edit. I'll amplify it.
I could take a quick turn of the cap and flood my little hut with the scent.
No, you do not have to do that. Not for anybody.
Okay.
Don't believe them. I know you're getting the emails, Matt. You need the review party.
Man, I tune in every week just because I know that G Fuel is still sitting there, and I'm hoping you'll, in desperation, try some of it.
I just imagine, like, you get to a point where you don't think you can reach. The review party vibes aren't there unless you're treating it like a candle you have to crack every week in your little recording hut.
Yeah. Oh, time to get in my mood. Time to put on my sweater, crack open the G Fuel.
Put a little wick in there.
Okay. Oh, the smell of that stuff burning. I don't know. That would be an improvement.
A nice smokiness to it.
Maybe it'd be all right.
The sentence that really gets me here is, there is no reason bone broth has to taste bad.
That's a thesis statement.
That's wild. Anything can taste bad. You can fuck up anything.
Yeah, toast, man. You leave that 2 seconds too long, your toast doesn't taste as good.
Right.
A banana, something you don't even have to cook. You ate it a day too early or a day too late. What the heck?
Or it's just not a great banana.
Not a great banana.
Not a great yield here.
Blueberries sometimes, those get me. When it's a bad blueberry, it's like, man.
Yeah. Blueberries are already borderline tasteless. They're pushing tasteless, you know what I mean? But a good blueberry will fight through it. The subtlety is where it's magical. But yeah, you get a rotten little blueberry in your mouth, a little squisher. Nasty, dude. You don't think the boiled bones of an animal could, you don't think you could fuck that up somewhere down the line?
Yeah. It's kind of gross stuff. I mean, it's good for you. No bones about that. but
there's a reason you put a bunch of stuff in soup to make it taste better.
Yes. Spices and salts.
Right.
There's a reason it was so impressive to one Sanji to see, wow, that broth has no sediment in it.
Ooh.
A master chef must have made that broth.
Right.
Let me get a little sip of that broth.
A little slurp.
This has inspired me to be a great chef on the high seas.
Yeah, that rules. It doesn't rule bitching about your bone broth being a little funky.
It's a health thing.
Yeah, if my bone broth lacked funkiness, I might be a little suspicious of it. If there wasn't a certain umami to my bone broth, I would think,
umami.
Is this some like powdered shit? Is this some like Capri Sun-esque bone broth?
Some knockoff Country Time bone broth.
Right.
This is like the Kool-Aid that you have to add sugar to, and I'm just a dope that I needed to add something else to this bone broth to make it bone broth.
You think there's great value bone broth? That nothing would be scarier.
Yeah, give me that Aldi brand bone broth. It's the only kind I trust. Some say it's human bones, but I don't know.
I don't hate on Aldi. Aldi has, you know,
No,
you just got to
they
be
do fine.
choosy. You got to be choosy at
Yeah.
Aldi. You can get some shit that's rank, and you can get some shit that is more than fine. I dare say good or great.
Some lovely flowers from Aldi before. So
yeah, some $6 wine. Some there's these cookies. I forget what brand, but there's these bitchin' ass little
they
cookies
probably
from
don't
Aldi.
have one.
I used to get cucumbers from Aldi all the time. Little bitches was good.
Produce, their meat people talk about this stuff. They're fine. They're fine.
But the one beef I always got with Aldi, maybe pun intended, kind half pun, is I remember one Easter, my uncle waxing poetic about the wonders of Aldi's ham.
Oh no.
Aldi, how good is this Aldi's ham? We eat Aldi's ham all the time. Aldi's ham belong to us, he would say. And so I was pretty excited to eat this fucking ham. And I've never had fattier, stringier, you know, more gelatin-esque ham in my whole life, bro. It was gnarly. God. And all that, we thoroughly grossed everyone out. Do you have a review?
Yeah, I got one that might just keep the gross out train going.
Let's go!
Just because. I didn't have to choose this one, but I feel like it. I have an Amazon review for Poppy Sparkling Prebiotic Soda with gut health and immunity benefits. Beverages with apple cider vinegar. Classics variety pack. Packaging may vary.
Some kombucha adjacent soda here, perhaps?
Yeah, you got it, dude. It's going to make your gut bubble, but hopefully in the good way.
Right. You, oh, my gut's bubbling, but I just drank that good tummy soda, so that's a good bubble. You tell yourself.
It's like bringing it to a boil so you can break everything down, I think.
So you can really just have a hot session later. Anyway.
I don't know that it works for Amazon user Jay. They titled their review, Destroyed My GI. And right, I loved drinking these. 2 days in, and I found myself with so much energy, and I loved it. Great tasting, but not for my body. 5 days into drinking them, I had horrible nausea, vomiting, and diarrhea, and I couldn't keep any liquid down. Ended up in the ER. It's too bad because I thought I finally found the drink that works. 1 star.
Oof. The whole ER, bro.
Yeah.
Imagine your gut getting bubbled so hard, you gotta call the ambulance.
At what point do you decide, hey, maybe it's this stuff I've been drinking?
What did the doctor say? You've been drinking that healthy soda, bro? Your gut is bubbling off the charts. Here's the gut bubble charts. Here's an average level of bubblage. And here's you, literally off the charts.
Yeah, 4 boobles. It's remarkable.
I've had lots of probiotic stuff in my time after periods. You know, when you don't have any of that stuff for a long time and then you have it.
Yeah.
You're going to get some weird bubble bubs and some farty farts.
Your body needs to readjust to it.
Yeah. But I can't. Maybe I don't want to imagine my gut bubbling so profundently that I need to go to the hospital.
Yeah, that's right. I have taken breaks from things like that. And then the first couple of days back at it, you're like, ugh.
It's feel gnarly.
It's scraping out all that sludge that's been building up. That's why I feel a little crumb. But
you got to keep at it, though.
Yeah, and I was never nauseated. I was never vomiting. I don't know what's going on inside Jay's stomach, but
I think he those first couple of days, the trial one went a little too well, right? And he started doing the 6-pack in a sitting status,
doing it hard.
Drinking an amount that if he drank any liquid to that amount, it would put him in the hospital.
Right. Some sort of septic shock.
It stops helping with your gut when your gut is literally made of the sparkling water.
Leaking out.
Leaking. Don't, dude, leak. When you're talking about probiotic stuff, you do not want to talk about the leaks.
No.
The leakage. You remember what's Jamie Lee Curtis with that yogurt, dude?
Activia, yeah.
Yeah, those commercials are so funny. She just basically got up in front of the camera and was like, yeah, these make me shit so good, dude. You having trouble shitting? These will make you dump like a truck, my guy.
You'll get some happy plops right there in the toilet.
You will be like the Hoover Dam burst open. You will feel as light as a feather after these sick, gnarly situations that you're going to have in your bathroom. These are the kind of situations you can't have in anyone else's bathroom. Not in public. You're going to need to be on the home field advantage for what's about to happen.
I like to think that she just found the product herself and contacted them. Not like she wasn't hired to be a spokesperson. It was she found it at the store and was like, "Hey, this thing's making me go like never before." Let me call that service number and say, "Hey, I like to talk about
a spokeswoman."
I've got some things to say about this because it's
those
making
are
movements.
unscripted. That was just her in her apartment eating some yogurt. And also, what got me about that yogurt is doesn't all yogurt all real yogurt is probiotic. You don't need to put extra.
Got those cultures in there.
Yeah, you don't need to put any extra. I guess you could. More of a good thing, but I don't know.
Maybe not the Trix yogurt or like the yogurt with the little crunch bar pieces in it.
I would love some probiotic Trix yogurt. That sounds delicious.
So good stuff, man. Technicolor dream.
Yeah. Oh, what about probiotic Go-Gurt, dude?
Oh, little kids taking dumps everywhere. I like mine frozen.
As much as little kids can handle their gut being under the salt from, candy and processed food, as much as they can be they might as well start cleaning it out early,
Yeah, it's for further on down the road.
When you're 18 and you get to college, you want a gut that's ready to go. That's ready to see some shit.
Just a clean pipe.
Both from whatever the cafeteria is hawking up and from, if you're experimenting with the drugs and alcohol.
You stick your... Oh, that. Never mind.
What were you going to... No,
now you're talking about different experimentation. You take your Go-Gurt,
I see what he's saying.
Put it in the freezer, and then you have fun with that.
Whoa. A little suppository. Anyway, we should take a break, I think.
Yep.
I think it's time for a break.
Take a trip with me, tell me what you see, staying out till the street. Hey everybody, thank you for listening to our lovely little podcast. If you'd like to go above and beyond in supporting our show, or have the most fabulous conversation starter since sliced bread, go to reviewparty.com. Click on shop and explore some fabulous t-shirt designs.
Where's your favorite place to wear a t-shirt?
On my body.
Mine is at the store.
That is a good place to wear a t-shirt. reviewparty.com. Click shop.
Why stop there?
Don't stop now.
Don't stop me now, because I'm buying a t-shirt. I'm buying a shirt. Hey everybody, welcome back to reviewparty.com. That's right, it's my voice after the break. You know what that means, a rare gem of a Brent segment. I don't want to keep you waiting too long, so I'm just going to say it. I got myself a precious Max here.
Oh, yeah.
That's right. A product with so many funny reviews that wasn't on Steam or the App Store. So we're just going to put them all in one segment here. I don't think Precious Max has a theme song. The name is unhinged enough. I'm maxing out. So this is these are reviews from anime streaming website Crunchyroll.
Ooh.
For the new hit anime Chainsaw Man.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a dedicated Review Party listener, you may know me as a huge Chainsaw Man fan. I've never talked about Chainsaw directly, but I've talked about Chainsaw Man adjacent projects. Like Look Back. I wrote a blog about that one. But yeah, I don't talk about anime too much on the show, because as much as I indulge in some nerdy discussions here, that, you know, anime is sort of a next level nerdiness. But I thought these reviews were so...
Yeah, man. I already made an anime reference today, so...
That's true. That made me feel better. I was like, oh, Matt's bringing the Sanji. We got the energy's already in the air. The One Piece reference. So, yeah... Chainsaw Man is my favorite, so I am happy to talk about it that way. But these reviews have a special feeling to them that I thought definitely needed to be archived inside of the review podcast. So these are all from Crunchyroll. These are reviews of the show itself. Only one episode is out. New episodes of Chainsaw Man come out Tuesday at 11 Central. So... you can listen to Review Party and then watch the episode. What a good 1-2 punch. So, I usually when I do like Steam app, the Steam pile reviews, I like to read all the funny ones and make sure I got the cream of the crop organized. There are 1,000 Chainsaw Man reviews, written reviews. There are. It has been rated 66,000 times, but the written reviews are 1,000. And I barely began to crack the surface, so feel free to go check it out if you want to see more of what the flavor's serving up. But I think this person, error_404, they summarize what's happening here the best. They title it, These Comments. They write, chill, I know Chainsaw Man is good, but y'all are going insane, skull emoji. 5 stars. And to talk about what they're talking about, these next 2 reviews really, really hit the spot, I think, in what she's talking about. This one was written by Efficient Trooper. They title it Madness. They write, absolute madness. Madness, 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 madness. 5 stars. This next one by MexCC. They title it Peak. And they write peak, 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 peak. 5 stars. So you can already see sort of the very visceral energy surrounding this episode of Chainsaw Man.
Chanting and speaking in tongues almost.
Right. So there's a million of those. I didn't include too many because I think the joke gets its point across.
Right.
Yeah, but here's some other funny ones I found. This one's by Scooby74029. They write, Chainsaw what? Man. Never heard of this before watching. This was an awesome first episode. Must watch. Looks like it will be an awesome ride for this one. 5 stars. So just a nice little little review to juxtapose against the carnal rabies drooling chanting of the other ones. This one is by Reposted. They title it Pickles Pickles. Okay. They write, pickle, and then in parentheses, great show. Let's all hope they keep up the hype it's had been gaining for the past few months. So I think they're kind of a Pokemon that can only say pickle. Yeah. But they provided the translation for us.
That's very friendly of them.
This one... Okay, yeah, here's another person sort of taken aback by the amount of foaming at the mouth chanting going on. Melty Gear titles their review, an actual spoiler-free review from a manga reader. They write, since everyone's too busy spamming memes, and I can't blame them, let me try to change that. Chainsaw Man is classified as action, comedy, horror, dark fantasy. The influence of Berserk had on the author can be seen anywhere. The comedic parts range from slapstick to dark and gross, and involve body fluids outside of blood. From an action perspective, it throws gore and body horror in spades. Episode 1 was nothing. What really separates Chainsaw Man from other shonen stories is all shock, horror, and sadness that makes you feel the more the story unfolds. Not only does the author throw all of All of the above as shock value Fiesta, he will also let you know how fragile and fleeting life is.
Dang.
Over and over and over again. I wish I could make this 4.5 stars instead of 5 stars because of the problem I have with the author. He seems to rely a little bit too much in shock value, to the point where the first episode will make anyone think that he's using it as a crutch to compensate for interesting storytelling, because the good parts of the story are later. He leaves a few big question marks unanswered, which may or not be covered in the ongoing manga, but I'm reviewing the first arc as a standalone. Overall, looks like a really promising adaptation, but that doesn't change the issues I have with the original manga, over-reliance on shock value to major stuff being left unexplained, to name a few 5 stars.
One after our own heart, recognizing the meme, recognizing the value of the meme review, but dropping a real one in there.
Right. I do respect that. I do disagree with the overuse of shock value sentiment.
Mm-hmm.
I would say that Fujimori uses shock value to, if you read in between the lines of the shock value, that's really what it's there for. Like, on the surface, something very shocking's happening. But if you read the undertones, the theming, it's actually, very, very effective. But allow me to stop waxing poetic about my Chainsaw Man and let I'm the Buttery Elf take over. Don't even need a good reason to rate this 5 stars, they title it. They write, "Do you smell what Mappa Studios is cooking? You already know what's coming. It's Chainsaw Man, baby. 5 stars. Jetpack Wolf titles their review way too good. They write, "Rip and tear, rip and tear, rip and tear, rip and tear, rip and tear." 5 stars. Gyug, I believe, Gyuge. They title it, that was mid. Too much bad CGI. Plot was one note. Music was bland. Action choreography was dull. Dialogue was insipid. Pochita was good, though. 1 star. That was the only 1 star I saw, so I had to throw it in.
Okay.
All right, I'll speed run these last ones here. This one is by Baki Ronin. They title it Refreshingly Dope. This is no doubt this year's best anime. I'm itching for the next episode, just like the manga. Not many first episodes of any anime are this good. 5 stars.
Mm-hmm.
Smoky Cap titles their review A Rough. They write, "Arf arf grr arf woof 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 arf arf grr arf arf woof arf grr grr arf 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 large sniff arf arf." 5 stars.
The sniff.
Yeah, that was in parentheses. Everything else was onomatopoeia written out. Current Lizard 14 writes, "These comments are probably how celebs feel walking into a fan club about them." They continue, "And it's not a good thing. It's like a group of 12-year-olds discovering One Direction for the first time and going apeshit for them. Can someone leave a normal civilized comment about it being good? 4 stars.
It probably is a lot of 12-year-olds.
Probably, but them 12-year-olds was watching a good anime, so yeah, blame them. Mr. Boombastic III titles their review, "The Definition of a W." They write, "If Mozart saw this, he would start crying tears of happiness due to the amount of peak located on the screen." 5 stars. And I'll leave us with a review from Fortnite Epic. They title it Chainsaw Boy Review. They write, "Them little kiddies down at the station were not lying. That man was very clearly a chainsaw. Nice." 5 stars.
I love it.
Yeah, that one was good. I was like, I got a lot. Should I look for one more? And I saw that one, and it was perfect. It was Fortnite Epic. So yeah, that's Chainsaw Man. Good anime if you like dark humor and crazy action and fun. Dare say fun. If you like fun anime, you might like this one, gang.
I actually came across a review of this today as well.
Oh, really?
It's not necessarily funny, so I don't know if you want to take the time.
Let's bring it in. Let's see.
All right. One more pile on the Precious Max. This is an IMDb review that I found today.
A little spice.
Yeah, a little different spice. I'm going to save the reviewer for the end. They titled their review, "The Chainsaw Man is Finally Here." And right. This long-awaited anime begins with an incredible episode. We get so much fantastic character work, frantic action, and emotional beats squeezed into this single episode. The pacing here is absolutely perfect, moving things along swiftly while giving us enough time to get to know Denji, Puchita, and all the other important players. While the writing is great, it's the animation that stands out. Everything about this episode looked amazing! Seriously, the animation during action scenes is on another level. It's clear how much time and passion has gone into this series and how they plan on it becoming a sensation. After this episode, I'm excited to see what's next for our characters and who else we will meet. 10 out of 10 stars.
Let's go.
And this person doesn't always give 10 out of 10. We kind of had to search in the past because it's none other than our IMDb friend, Nagita Komita.
Nagita Komita. Man, Nagita shed all the fat. Nagita just said it straightforward this time.
Not messing around, yeah. None of that hyperbolic language. Just here's the real deal.
This show's freaking good, everybody. I'm not gonna alienate anyone with some funny words here. This show is good. Yeah. I couldn't have said it better myself. That was a great review. Should have known. Nagita got the good taste.
Nagita's up on it. Yeah.
Damn, Nagita's cool as hell. We gotta see what's up with them. So that's the Precious Max. Go watch Chainsaw Man.
I loved it.
The opening alone, I will say, because I've been waiting a long time for the Chainsaw Man anime, and I had high expectations. I'm a fan of the Mappa Studio. I'm a fan of their animation style and recent projects, but as a super fan, you're still scared.
Yeah.
But as soon as I saw that opening theme song, I was literally bringing tears to my eye. I was just like, they get it. They love it as much as I do. I'm
That's
safe.
Awesome.
Yeah, it's so good. Do you have a review?
Yeah, from the lovely story of Chainsaw Man comes a story in this review sent to me by dear friend Ed
Fernandez.
Yes, Ed Fernandez. Thank you, Ed. This is an Amazon review for the Higig 2-set, the desk mount for the flight sim game joystick, throttle, and HOTAS systems compatible with Logitech X56, X52, X52 Pro, Thrustmaster T-Flight HOTAS, Thrustmaster T.16000M, Thrustmaster TCA.
I love mastering the thrust as well.
Yeah, man. It appears to be like a flight sim console thing.
Yeah, a big old fancy,
a big old ugly
controller for flying games.
This review comes to us from Michael Alt, and Michael titles his review, "This is a test of your mental and physical ability." Michael writes, "Before you start this adventure, make sure you have a good night's sleep. Go to church. If you don't go to church, this is the best time to start. Come home, kiss your wife and children, because you won't see them for a while. Frodo and Sam's trip to return the ring took less time than it did to assemble this wonderful piece of equipment. Now, the adventure does not end at assembly. No. Now you need to figure out how to mount your flight stick and controls with the supplied junk bin of bolts they supply you. And I mean that they swept up all the loose bolts and threw them into 2 bags and threw them into the box. Finally, the light at the end of the tunnel, you found bolts to mount your stick and controls. Once mounted, you get to set the adjustment for the perfect flight experience. By now, the hex key they supplied has worn down and unable to perform the task to lock the adjustment. You turn, it slips from your hand and hits the ground. You sit and reflect on the choices you made with your life. Why couldn't I just get used to sitting it on the desk? Why was I born? Many different emotions and feelings going on at this point, but you made it this far. Don't give up. Found a hex key, got her going and adjusted. Get everything all set up, you sit back, reflect on this journey. It was long, it was painful, but you're a better person for it. And it's time. All the hard work is about to pay off. You sit back, press the power button on your PC, emotions like a child on Christmas morning laying in bed waiting for your parents to say, you can go downstairs and open your presents. But wait, I pressed the power button, but no image on the screen. What is this? Maybe my monitor is off. It never has been that way before, but maybe it came unplugged. You check all the connections. They are all good. You get anxious, press the power button again, and nothing. No lights, no fan, nothing. Absolutely nothing. You find that your power supply has decided to say, bye, Felicia, and ended its life cycle. Remember at the start when I said you will find religion? This is that point. You can take 2 roads. Left is a size 12 boot, and whatever happens, happens. Or right, you laugh, you cry, and laugh some more, and give Amazon more money for a new power supply. I have yet to decide. I'm going to have a drink and go see my family. Good luck, everyone. This is all true. Please pray for me. 3 stars.
I think the 3-star after that is fair. The 3-star is very much I don't want to push the stars in either direction.
Yeah, I don't want to test fate.
That just sounds like assembling any piece of IKEA furniture.
Yeah, so true.
There's a lot of added anticipation because it's more exciting to play a game on a fancy arcade controller than it is
put books on a shelf.
And there's if you don't put the chair together right, at least the cushions still work. You can't say that about the joystick or something.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what a journey. That review sort of speaks for itself.
It does. It does. So, don't you just love that? Should be the whole show. Let's get an automated voice and we'll just read.
Sadly, if we did that, our show would be more popular than the hard work we put into it.
We could put out episodes every day.
We actually could. Oh man, don't make me mad at the end of this episode. I'll finish the episode with a quick review that also sort of speaks for itself, I think. Here. This is from Amazon for the Winged Wolf Vet, Shifter Vets Book 3. This is about a vet. Well, I won't even say what it's about. Because the review is basically a synopsis, so I'll let Sarah S. take it away.
I'm guessing Hot and Steamy and Thrustmaster are going to be in there somewhere.
For sure. Sarah S. titles it Leslie and Her Flying Wolf. Leslie's family helped her buy a house so she could keep making her jams, preserves, and marmalade. But it was a fixer-upper, and no one stayed working on it to help her until Brian was shot and fell through her chicken run. He had been chasing the little blind flying wolf that escaped him. He was getting ready to leave the area after the people he worked with saw his wings because of what had happened to him when he was younger to keep them safe. But his wolf said no, and Leslie was his mate and fixed her house for her and had neighbor problems, but he got that straightened out. Good book, couldn't put it down. 5 stars.
I am dying. What sort of crazy fever dream is this author on?
Listen, this vet can turn into a wolf with wings.
With wings. Oh my goodness. People will read anything. What are we doing?
I mean, this is book 3 of 3. So maybe, you're sort of, there's world building that helps you with the suspension of disbelief beforehand.
You don't get there right away.
Hold on. I clicked on the series. It looks like number 1, Unicorn Vet.
Okay.
So a vet that turns into a unicorn. Then Bear Vet. That one sort of brings it back down to earth.
Yeah, it's pretty grounded.
Oh, but this okay. The tagline for Unicorn Vet is, who do you call when you find a tiny baby dragon? So someone found a baby dragon and they're like, we need a supernatural vet. And so a sexy vet that turns into a unicorn, was in the yellow pages.
Well, I'm guessing the baby dragon wasn't the only thing that was bringing a little fire.
Oh. There's just a list. Oh my god. I'll read the synopsis for Unicorn Vet and then we'll end the episode. Angel is a small town veterinarian with a horny secret. Everly is a stressed out manager on vacation who just found a darling baby dragon. He knows they were made for each other, but a few things stand out between them, and a few things stand between them and true love, namely a truckload of mystery fish, his suspicious werewolf colleague, her job that won't leave her alone, the flaw in his magic that got him rejected by the other unicorns, a deadly creature whose gaze turns living things to stone, and a teleporting chicken.
There's a lot of stuff standing in the way of their love.
Her life is in the city, his is in the country. But vets for all pets and magical animals, it's shifter vets care for. Having a lot of practice at bridging different worlds, Unicorn Vet is a sweet, short shifter romance, perfect for reading on your lunch break. If you love tiny dragons, kitten with wings, and other magical creatures, one click, Unicorn Vet, now!
My God. It is like they just took any cookie cutter Hallmark movie plot, literally the tired city worker or the person with their bakery or jam restaurant, whatever.
Right. She can't make her jams and marmalades unless she gets this fixer-upper.
Let's take that plot, but drop some wings and shape-shifting into it and sell that book.
They said, oh, this fantasy gobbledygook is selling? Oh, this smut, Hallmark smut is selling? Let's throw them together, baby.
I need a nom de plume stat. I'll write this trash.
Yeah, this shit has got to make money. Oh, I mean, the first one has... How many reviews does this bad bitch have? Hold on. The first one has 1,300 reviews. The bear one has almost 2,000 reviews. And they're almost 5 stars. They're all 4.5 stars. Golly. People love this shit. Okay. Before we blow a gasket, I think we should do the plugs, I guess.
All right.
I'm Brent. Thanks for listening to ReviewParty.com. That's Matt. We had fun. We had fun too. Yeah, thanks for listening. We got new episodes every Tuesday. That's right. #Chainsaw Man Tuesday. If you'd like an absurd review to send us to, if you have an absurd review that you think we would think is funny, please send an email with a hyperlink to the review to reviewparty.com@gmail.com and include your name so we can throw you some credit.
Just like Ed.
Yeah, just like Ed. Thanks, Ed.
Thanks, Ed. If you want to reach out to us in any other way, you can totally do that, brah. You can find us at reviewparty.com on Instagram and TikTok. Trust us, there's stuff there that you will want to see. Also on Twitter at reviewpartypod. See the stuff, want the stuff. There's plenty more stuff to see and want at reviewparty.com. You can click things like the every episode page, the blog page, the shop page. There's a lot of pages. I don't know if you've got a page fetish. If so, give Wikipedia a break. You know they're going to be asking you for donations right now. Just give them a break for a couple weeks and stick out reviewparty.com. We won't ask you for money except for when we say go to the shop.
That's not really asking either. That's more of a polite suggestion. Hey, you still got stuff to say?
No, here's another polite suggestion. Okay. Right?
Oh yeah. Go listen to Nosebleeds on Spotify. Actually, that's not a polite suggestion. That's a demand. You can look them up. Nosebleeds. Search that shit on Spotify. It's one word. You've heard their theme song, Bread for Breakfast, throughout the episode, and there's a bunch more good tunes over there on that aforementioned Spotify. Usually I insult the listener here, but I've already made gross probiotic jokes in the episode, so I'm sure your ears have been assaulted enough. Yeah, I got a little review to finish us out here. Except it's not a review. This is some Twitter review adjacent humor, as is sometimes featured.
Yes.
This is a tweet from Leah at Leafly Leah, if you want to be specific. She tweeted, "Millennials be like terrible service, 5 stars and 20% tip so this idiot can pay their bills."
I mean,
it's true. That's how it gotta be.
You gotta have a heart. It's just too real. Sorry, I have a conscience.